Wait, is it going? Oh, it's going. Hey guys, I have not made a YouTube video in the longest time. So here it is. This is my Magcon, New Jersey and Magcon, Philadelphia. Oh, excuse me. Experience video. First up, on February 13th and 14th, it was Magcon, Philadelphia, even though it was in Reading, Pennsylvania. So it was technically, if you want to get technical, Magcon, Pennsylvania. But whatever. So I go get Kaylee and Madison, and we drove there. It took us about 3.5 hours in the morning, and we only went Saturday, so we just drove in the day. We didn't spend the night in a hotel or anything. Um, so we get there in the morning, and we're waiting on this really, really, really long line. And I'm thankful that we were able to wait inside because it was snowing outside. So that was kind of sucky, but we got to wait inside, so that was fine. Um, so we finally get in, and we see like our friends, and we're like all giving them like hugs and stuff, and we're like, oh hi and everything. Um, and then waiting for Nick Tangor to go on, and Nick finally gets on, and me, Kaylee, Madison, Bree, Gia, all of them, we're going. Oh my goodness. We were going crazy. Well, that's what we usually do, but everyone was looking at us like we were just ridiculous and stupid. But that's what we do, and if you know us, that's just what we do, and yeah, that's what we just do for Nick. And we have the best time doing it, honestly. And he performed at the Magcons so great. Like he's like stepping it up. Like he's grown so much, and every time I see him perform, I try to make it out to almost every show. I really do. And every time I see him perform, it's better than the last time, and he just makes me so proud. And like seeing like the fans react and like how like they start like singing the song, and it's just like his songs, and I don't just, it makes me so proud. Honestly, I don't know what to say. It just makes me really proud of him always. And then he's like doing his thing on stage, like having a good time, like we're rocking out, and then he gets off and he says he's going to be at merch. So we go, well, Kaylee and I go to merch table, and we see Nick at the end of it, and we're like, I'm not waiting on this line. So we just went into like the exit side, and we were just like talking to him like over there because we didn't want to wait on the line, and no one really cared. Um, and we were talking to Nick for a long time, like a really, really long time. And I haven't, like, before that, I haven't seen him in a while, so it was, like, good to catch up and talk to him. And, like, seeing him, it's just, like, I would go anywhere to see him that I could drive to. Because seeing him, it makes me so happy, and it brings me joy to see, and I'm just always so proud, and like I'm just always so happy like seeing him. That's where like I always want to be seeing him, honestly, but that's not possible some days. So um but I could talk to him about absolutely anything, and he'd always be there for me. He's always been there for me for the past 3.5 years. There's I don't like I'm so grateful for him, and I'm so thankful that he's in my life as much as he is. And I know, like, he sees me all the time and stuff, and I see him all the time, but each time it's just greater than the last time, and there's always different stuff that goes on, and I wish I could explain it better, but I can't. Um, I really adore him, and he is just a genuine, nice, sweet, down-to-earth person, and I love him, I adore him. He is just a person that I don't even know. I can't explain it. Whatever. um, Back to Magcon. And we were only there for one day, so we drove home, and it took us 5 hours going home. And I was exhausted. I don't know why we didn't stay over, but whatever. And then fast forward like 2 weeks, and it's Magcon, New Jersey, and that was February 27th and 28th. And Kaylee and I went again, and I wish Madison came with us because it was a lot of fun. We missed you, Madison. And what's it called? So we get there, and this only took us about 2 hours this time, so that was great instead of 5. Thank God. Um, uh, and we got actually a hotel for Saturday night, but that's that'll be for later. I'll tell you that about that later. And we get there Saturday. I have VIP and Kaylee had general. I really hated leaving her, but I was meeting them last Saturday, and I was very, 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 very nervous the whole day because I was in the last meet and greet group, and I had to wait all day. I met them around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was torture waiting that long because I just wanted to go and meet them. And oh, and Nick goes on stage like maybe 2 hours before I met them, or like no, more like 4 hours before I met them. He pretty much went on stage like right as the event started, kind of maybe like an hour after it started, and I was trying to go hard. Like Kaylee was going hard, like she was having a great time, and like, I was trying to do the same thing. But I was just so nervous for the meet and greet, and I was like, I'm gonna get sweaty, like I'm going to be gross, I'm gonna be ugly, they're not gonna like me, all this stuff. And Nick started singing I Want You, but before that he'd brought a girl up on stage, and I wasn't really paying attention because I was just like, oh, it's just a girl on stage. Like I wanted to like talk to one of my friends that was there, other than like Kaylee. And then I look up on stage, and it's Anne, and Staley has cancer, and literally the tears just started pouring out of my eyes. I bawled for the entire song, and seeing that it brought back a lot of memories and stuff for me, and they weren't really that good of memories. That's probably also why I was crying a lot. But it was just great to see, and I was really proud of him for doing that, and it just made me so like I was just so like I was like crying, but I was so happy that I could see this happening. Like this was just something that I was just so happy to see go on, and then like he performed the rest of his set, like, and when it was over, I went to the merch table where he was like meeting people. I was waiting on the line with Kaylee and some of my other friends that were there, and it was like a long line, so we were just like talking to Bart and everything. And we finally get up to Nick, and I went before my friends because they told me to, so I did. And Nick sees me, and he like smiles his really big cheesy smile at me, and it was really cute. And he was like, at the restaurant last night, like, I mean, oh, the restaurant wasn't yet, but he sees me, he gets really excited, and um, and this is still Saturday. I forgot I'm not supposed to talk about the restaurant yet. He gets excited and sees me, and I was talking to him about it and everything. So I'm actually talking about Sunday. This happened actually Sunday, so I kind of jumped ahead, but it's okay. But back to Saturday. When I go to see Nick at merch, he sees me, and he takes my phone. He takes a lot of selfies on my phone. Like there was a shit ton, like a lot. And that was fun. I was talking to him, and that was for like a little while, and then I went back down to watch the show because Daniel was about to like go on and stuff, and I wanted to see Daniel perform. And finally, like 3 hours later, um they called my meet and greet group, so I went on the line, and I was waiting to meet them. And first it was Taylor, then it was Dylan, then it was Carter. So I met those three first. And it was very fast, so there wasn't really much talking going on, so I can't really tell any experience about that yet. Like, we hugged and we, like, said hi and stuff, how are you? But that was really it for those three. And then you went down some stairs. And it was Brandon and Hunter. And again, it was very fast, so not a lot of talking happened. But Hunter called me beautiful and all that stuff. And then next to them, a little bit farther down, was Jacob and Daniel. And again, it was fast, and you just took a group picture with them, so it was just kind of like a hug and a bye. And then you had to walk through in front of the stage to get to Cameron and Aaron. First it was Aaron, then it was Cameron. My bad. And yeah. And so I had to wait there for a while because they were all on stage, so I had to wait for them to come back to like the meet and greet things. So it was cool seeing like the show like in front of the barricade. That was pretty cool. And finally Aaron and Cameron come back. And I'm going up to meet Aaron, and he sees me and he like pulls me to the tightest hug, and I was waiting to meet Aaron for so long, like forever. I wanted to meet him for so long, and like last week it finally happened. And, oh god, it was great. And he's the sweetest person. He was so sweet. I got like 4 minutes with him, so like that was really good. And we just talked about a whole bunch of stuff that I kind of remember, but I also kind of don't. So, because it like happened, it was just like, ah. And then you had to go back on a separate line and wait to meet Cameron. You can just go from Aaron to Cameron. So I get back online in front of the stage, and there was other people on. They were doing what I think Taylor was singing Buck Wild or something. And then I finally, after like 10 minutes of waiting on that line again, I finally got to go to Cameron. And Cameron, I was like standing in front of him, like he's here, like I was here, and he was dancing. He was being so cute, and he finally sees me, and he like looks up and smiles at me like that little cheesy cute smile. And I went up to him, I gave him the biggest hug, and his hugs are amazing. So are Aaron's. And he looks at me up and down, and he's like, "Wow, I love your outfit. You're so beautiful." And I was like, "Oh my god!" Literally, I was like, I barely could even speak to Cameron. Like, I couldn't even get out words. But it's just like, it was just a good like 5 minutes. And our pictures all came out so cute. And there was this one candid that the lady got, and it was when we were like leaving, like I hugged him goodbye, and like he did not let go of my hand, Cameron. And literally, like I'm already like walking away, but I have like the biggest smile on my face, and so does he. And I didn't know what was happening, and he just not would let go of my hand. It was just so cute. The picture's so cute. And then I got done with the meet and greet, and I found my friend Kaylee, and I like freaked out. And I was just like, oh my god, and like she was asking me how it was, and I was like freaking out because I was like, did that just really happen? Like, did I just really meet Cameron and Aaron and Dylan and Daniel? And I was like, and so that was really exciting. We and then the event was over pretty much after that because that was the last meeting group and the end of the event. So then we left. We go to the McDonald's. We get food because we were really hungry at that point. We think we spent about like $20. Um, and then we go to our hotel. We check in and we like walk around and like see the hotel. Like the indoor pool was cool and everything. And then this is Saturday night now. And then it's around 8 o'clock, and Kaylee's in the shower, and she's yelling at me from the shower. And I was like, "What, Kaylee?" And she's like, "Aaron, put this address into your phone." And I didn't know what it was for, so I put it in, and I was like, "Kaylee, this place is 15 minutes away." And she's like, "That's where the boys are. We have to go see that. It's a restaurant. We have to go see them." So like she's racing like out of the shower, and we get there around like 8:30. because we weren't that far, and we waited there for good 2.5 hours, maybe a little less, maybe 2 hours. So it was around like 10:30, 11 o'clock, between there, or maybe before, maybe 10. I don't know, but and they literally all they all came out. Like they tweeted for us to come, so we did. There was maybe about like 20, 30 girls, so there wasn't a lot. But they were like younger girls, and they were like all screaming and freaking out. They were banging on the glass, and I was like, I felt so bad because like they're eating dinner. Like have some respect. Like I felt really bad. And so Kaylee and I were just like hanging around in like the back and like not doing anything. Like these girls were freaking out, and we just kind of were just waiting there. And so they finally come out, and they all ran into the van. And this one mom got so pissed. She was like screaming at them, saying, "These girls have been waiting for so many hours to meet you, and you tweeted them to come out, but then all you do is run in your van." And Jacob and Cameron and them, like all of them, heard it. So Jacob was like apologizing, and then Cameron came over for like 5 minutes and took pictures with everyone. And Kaylee and I kind of just stayed back because he was getting mobbed, and I felt really bad. So we just kind of stayed back. And then he goes, and while Cameron was taking pictures, his like other friends that were like in the van were like yelling at him to come back. Like, why did you want us to come if you wanted us to come, you tweeted out, but then you don't see us? But I think it was mainly because those like little 12-year-old girls were like screaming, banging on the windows and stuff. So I think they pretty much ruined it for everyone else. But whatever. But Nick Tangora, he actually stayed for a good hour, and he took pictures and talked with everyone. And it was just, I was just like, wow, like this is awesome. Like he's, staying, and everyone was like thanking him for staying. And Kaylee and I were talking to him, and he wraps Kaylee's hand with his scarf because her hands were freezing, and I thought that was really nice of him. And I saw Nick playing with his hair, and I was like, "Nick, do you need hairspray?" And he was like, "Oh my God, do you have some?" And I was like, "Yeah, in my car." He's like, "Can you please go get it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And meanwhile, my car's all like the total other end of the parking lot, but it's okay. And um, what's it called? So I get it and I bring it back, and we were at a party like months ago, and he used that same can, and it was about half a can that he used at that party because he kept using it because he was worried about his hair, which I understand because he spends so long on his hair to make it look that nice. So I understand, and I was like, start spraying it like a lot, and everyone was like choking on it. I was like, oh my god, that was pretty funny, and he didn't use all of it though. Don't worry, or else I've made him buy me new hairspray by now. Um, but all right, so then I say like goodbyes to him and stuff. Like he goes, and like so it was like really nice seeing him at the restaurant. And so fast, like it's Sunday, we get home, we fall asleep around like 2 a.m. And then it's Sunday, we're getting ready, and then we go to the second day of Magcon, and we only had priority for that day. So what's it called? So we're waiting to get in, and the priority line literally wrapped around the building. So it was pretty crazy. And what's it called? Finally get in, and soon after we get in, Nick goes on again, and I was going harder that day. I was going harder Sunday because I didn't have to meet them, so I was like, I wasn't as nervous, and I wasn't actually nervous at all. There was no reason to be. So I was going harder for that, and so Nick played great at all the Magcons. He always plays great. I'm always so proud seeing him. And I already mentioned this, and I thought it was Saturday, but it's actually Sunday that it happened. He brought up a girl named Anne. She had cancer. She had cancer. She has cancer. Ugh. And I bawled my eyes out the entire performance because I've had my own experiences with that within my family. And I talked to Nick about that after his set was over, and it was a good like 5 minute like deep conversation about it. And I was just so like, I'm so thankful for him. I really am, because I could tell him everything and anything, and he would always just be there. That's how it's always been, and I honestly I adore him. I adore Nick Tambora, but he there wasn't really much to say about Sunday other than I was like seeing Nick and spending a lot of time with him that day too, and his performance was great. But we left right after pretty much seeing Nick, so we left around 4:30, and we made it home by around 8. No, we left at like 5. Sorry, we left at 5, maybe 5:05. We made it home around like 8 o'clock, so it didn't take us that long. And that's my Magcon, New Jersey, and Philly experience. That's pretty cool. Great. That's all I really have to say for now. So, see you next time. Bye.